computer's Buster's wriggling. It really is morning. It's took us all this long Thursday really to get over detectable, which is a good thing because I'm going to Lincolnshire tomorrow to see Sue and Luke, not Graham. And on the Sunday, we're going to a Let's Go Digging rally. It's on for the weekend at Alston Ferry in North Lincolnshire. And it's a very small world, this hobby of metal detecting. I've just been in Facebook Messenger to Dean Kennington, and he lives in New Zealand, but he actually was raised in Alston Ferry, North Lincolnshire, where we're going digging this Sunday. So shout out to Dean Kennington over in New Zealand and his son William. And I've told Dean that if I find a few cool bits in Alston Ferry, I shall send him one or two keepsakes of the history of the small place where he grew up in England to put on his mantelpiece in New Zealand. I'm all blurry-eyed. Going to pick Buster's pink pram up today. I only ever want to see it out in the fields where nobody can see me, but just for the purposes of this vlog, I'll put it up in outside and see whether Buster likes it a bit later. Well, viewers, me and Tilly are going to do this vlog. Buster's asleep in the house. It's coming to you late in the day because I've been busy. I've had to take Emily up to Rachel's grave. We put some more flowers on a grave like we do every week. And also, we finally managed to get into a headstone place, and we've agreed on the headstone. So that's one thing I've been doing today. I did want to pick Buster's pink stroller up because he was supposed to have it in store by today, but they haven't. So hopefully they'll have it in first thing in the morning so I can head to Lincolnshire to Luke and Sue's. And while I've been doing all this, there's been a big debacle of breaking on the Facebook groups. It's all around a metal detecting group and a charity called Detecting for Veterans. Now it appears Jason, who runs it, it's looking like he's pulled the wool over a lot of people. His big weekender that was supposed to go ahead last weekend got cancelled because he'd had a stroke, and a lot of people wanted money back, which they were allowed to have back, I think, but it was going to be a slow process. A lot of the money wasn't going to get back to them until Jason was better, because he was the sole adjudicator on the accounts and that. It seems that if the story that's all over Facebook at the minute, including in his own group, being put out there by his own admin team, who are more shocked than anybody, the story is that Jason didn't have a stroke. His own admin team hired investigators, and when he was supposed to be in hospital, partially blinded, he was actually at home and he was able to take in the mail, seemingly fully fit, according to a photograph that one of the private investigators took at the behest of his own admin team. So they made the investigation to get to the bottom of it, because there was a lot of people guessing basically, and there was a lot of fingers pointing, but there was no proof. So seemingly, as it stands of this moment, this afternoon, It's been debated in the Facebook group all day, and it's going viral on Facebook amongst detectorists, on other groups and on their own pages, and I've put up a post up about it. It's seemingly looking that Jason might be a very bad apple, and it's also looking that his wife was covering for him whilst knowing that he was being a very bad apple, and it's nothing to gloat about. It's just a very, very unfortunate situation, and it impacts a lot of people. It actually impacts the whole hobby of metal detecting. Big organised rallies like the Detecting for Veterans rallies, like Detectival, like any big rallies that always under the spotlight. There's people in authority that don't want any of these big rallies going ahead. People like the guy who is the boss of the Portable Antiquities scheme. He don't like big rallies. A lot of his friends and influential people don't like big rallies. But I want to remind my viewers that this is two bad apples. I feel sorry for a lot of people. I feel sorry for the public who've lost out. I feel massively sorry for the veterans who need this charitable work to go ahead and who benefit from the money raised. I feel really sorry for his admin team, or the team that were his admin, because they've now seemingly ousted him because they're the ones who finally implicated him with solid proof. And so the likes of Jay and Steve and Ali, they'll move on. They're on the ball. They're onto it. They're dealing with the shock, the fallout as we speak, as I record this video. They will eventually gather themselves and they will come back and carry on doing their own good work, and still getting people out on rallies, and still offering counselling for people with mental health. Detecting for Veterans, Ali and Kirsty counselled me. I reached out to that group 4 or 5 months ago when I was really ill physically and mentally, and I couldn't think of anything but suicide for 3 weeks. And it was that group, Detecting for Veterans, that helped me, and they gave me counselling, and they were instrumental in getting me back on the right track. So there's a lot of good people in that group, a lot of them, and it's just two bad apples that have ruined it temporarily. But I really, really hope that the people that used to help Jason will carry on. They will carry on, because they're already carrying on. And, you know, they were instrumental in outing him today. But once they finally got proof, you know, they looked into it. We were all supporting Jason in his illness. There was people saying, oh, he's up to no good. But people like me, we didn't know that at the time, only a day or two ago. And we've always got to give people the benefit of the doubt. If there's a serious illness, like a stroke, in the mix. Yeah, I was sticking up for him only yesterday, like, get well, Jason. So I was conned as well. But I've seen a few posts on Facebook today. People who got conned, drawn in, ex-servicemen, very passionate metal detectorists, going on his digs, helping to chip into the charity. Some of those are like severely depressed about it. Really took a big knock, thinking of coming off Facebook, thinking of packing in metal detecting. Please don't do that. Don't do that, people. Just hang in there. This is a very, very unfortunate incident that's occurred, but it's our hobby. It's not Jason's hobby. And I urge you all who are reeling from this debacle to just let the dust settle. Keep calm and carry on digging, basically. Carry on supporting each other. Carry on trusting people. It's great to trust people. Don't let one or two bad apples spoil all the good things that we do in the hobby. This is a really unfortunate incident, but it's not the hobby, it's just fallout from Jason's own group and from Jason's wrongdoing. I know it's affected a lot of people. Don't let it affect you forever. Dust yourselves down and just stick with all the other really good, shiny, bright, golden apples, because there's many great people in this hobby. And I'm going to cut it short there today. I just wanted to do that. I've had a busy day and this has been extrapolating all day. For my Anglo Celtic fans who just normally tune in for a bit of banter, a bit of light relief, sorry that I've gone down this cul-de-sac today, but I did want to say something about this unfortunate incident. Normal service will be resumed tomorrow, viewers. I will be out in Lincolnshire with wonderful people on good land with my little doggy, having great fun. And for all the people who are depressed about this fallout, I urge you to be getting back to doing things like that as soon as possible. I'll save the last word for people who've been jumping on the bandwagon, gloating, saying, I told you so, I always knew he was a wrong'un. Alright, so maybe he was right. Don't get too big-headed about it. Just let it blow over, eh? Think of the hobby and think of the good people in the hobby. And let's keep all that good times rolling.